Hello everyone, I'm making this video because it's very critical moment in America and the world globally. This message might be mostly for the MAGA and for those who support this war, and for the Republicans who pretend to be patriotic, but uh, in fact they put American military in danger, and they humiliated American military and American military tactics or intelligence by just sending the ships in, like pretty much conducting the way whatever they're conducting right now. It humiliated America and Americans in the entire world, because the basic knowledge, basic educations, or basic rules that if I know why the military, why Trump doesn't know, and as I'm going to discuss, that this war is nothing just like any other war for the US win, and I'm making this up also that China and Russia won this war. China and Russia won this war because um, to basically use any weapon, anything to do to hurt America in the name of defending Iran. Um, February 17, Chinese sent destroyers to Iranian territory to provide to help and support Iran to defend Iran from this war, from happening this war. Russia, as I said, supports and support Iranians from the beginning. They said currently Russian ships are there for providing intelligence to Iran, any intelligence information. In fact, there was a source stated that all the military plans of US was leaked. The Russian hackers leaked the US military plans, how their plan is and how Iranians supposed to be prepared to defend themselves, to stop. And besides Russia and China, Starmer, UK president, also blocked Trump for using their bases, the two bases, Diego Garcia and Ralph Fairford, for this war. Anything against this war, they don't agree and they don't want, and they just blocked Trump for using it. These ships, the ships of US that are there, many ships went. Was this, yeah, the Roosevelt carrier strikers and some other ships that are there, they're all made for ocean, which has depth water. They're not made for the shallow water in terms of room to maneuver in distance to detect threats and all other. I'm not the expert for these ships, but if somebody comes and provide all the information there, or that they are not made for in this scenario, or the Persian Gulf that has shallow water. So the Iranians who like have mountains, tunnels, they they are prepared over 40 years for any war to defend their country, and they have many drones. So this whole situation, this whole country, this whole thing was completely underestimated. And one thing that I personally say, that this is just humiliated US. It shows how our military is so unsuccessful in just planning a war. It's so easy to just go like a country like Venezuela, and then overnight they are so weak they don't have military to go just like grab their president and bring it. Okay, that doesn't show you're a hero. If anything, you want to go like defeat something strong, then I would consider it like, oh, very strong. But in terms of this, their preparation by I would just consider responsible Trump and the Secretary of Defense, that how they're like not educated in terms of international law, international foreign policy, in terms of country. Like, I'm a just regular person. If I know all of this, why the Secretary of Defense and why a President of the United States doesn't know? about this whole region, the Strait of Hormuz, about Russia, China, and all this, and why it did get already to this point that like the whole military is being humiliated. And for further information, further proof that I say this was stupid, where this is Iran, and then let's see. So this is Israel, this is Turkey, Saudi Arabia blocked Trump for using their region or any thereof basis for attacking Iran. Qatar also blocked US for attacking Iran. And Turkey, who's rival of Israel, they also supported Iran. They announced support, and they said basically they are against Israel, and they would do anything to help Iran. They said it publicly, but I would imagine they would secretly help more than what they said. And let me show the Pakistan, which is here. That's more, I consider Pakistan a very religious country in terms of Islam, defending Islam. They are also like, they would defend, if they didn't say publicly, I'm pretty sure they will secretly defend Iran, provide anything for the for the Iranians to defeat Israel. One thing I should point out that Americans should know: Middle Eastern countries or Islamic countries don't hate America. If America, nobody has said this, and I want to say very, very with confidence that if Iran has a nuclear bomb, they would never attack the United States. They might use it for their defense because Iran does never attack any country, even. I think if they would attack any country, would be like close to their own territory probably, but I would not imagine even if they had, they would use it for self-defense. Because that's not kind of their policy to attack countries, has never been. Um, and Israel, yeah, I was gonna say that all the Muslim countries, Middle Eastern, they hate Israel. They don't hate America, and because of America supporting Israel, is because of that also. Like now, probably they don't like America anymore either. Israel is the only country who wants this war happen, and that's because it gives them, oh, everything goes to the pocket of Israel and the pocket of oligarchs in America and the pocket of the billionaires. So me myself, and you who are your regular American, will not get anything from this war, even if this happens, which I don't think it will happen. I think everything will they will go back, as I mentioned, that Saudi Arabia stopped. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE also asked today, which is February 21st, to stop. They told Trump to stop this. And besides that, like Starmers, the UK Prime Minister, as I said, that doesn't like Trump. Nobody pretty much like Trump's, because for leadership you need to have a character, and for having a character, people will inspire you and will listen to you. Another thing, like the aside from all this, the Canadian Prime Minister has shut down the energy deal with America. The Northern American energy just became worthless because Carney shut it down, and the deal is collapsing. Another, well, basically, my point was, let's see, that America is in danger in terms of like everything has almost fell apart, and the U.S. military got humiliated because of this whole sending ships and all of this. Because if this war happened, China will use anything. Oh, China has sent, I forgot to mention, China has sent F-35 for Iran already to defend themselves. And I think there was a news that this war is getting cancelled, or there will be a news pretty soon, which my assumption is. And my point is again to pay attention what you support, and so America will be humiliated, and is humiliated because of this whole stupidity. And another thing is that I don't know why it got to this point. I would imagine the reason it got to this point, if this whole plan, the American military plan was very smart and everything would seem, then I wouldn't make this video. I would be probably say, okay, everything has happening very smart. in a smart way. But I imagine because most MAGAs, not all, so might be now some MAGAs changed their course because of what's happening. They didn't expect this whole thing happen, not just in terms of Iran, but in terms of America, in terms of the global influence of US with their allies, Germany, Canada, especially Canada. The Canadian Prime Minister gave the best speech. So my favorite speech of 2026 so far is Canadian Prime Minister's speech when he gave to the World Economy Forum. And with all being said, um, I forgot my original thought, but my point was, all right. I guess for that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and uh, I hope this whole humiliation just finish soon and everything becomes to normal. Otherwise, it's embarrassment.